Looking for a female who wants to see Morbius in IMAX. Hello, may I introduce myself? My name is Liam, but you can call me Severin. A little bit about me. I have diverse interests and don't live a quote stereotype life. Do I have your attention now? I have 2 tickets to see Morbius in IMAX at 9:15 at Veranda Lux Cinema. My previous engagement dropped out at the last minute, grrr. But if thou wouldst like to see it with me, please reply to this ad. Tips Fedora? No thick girls and no one taller than 5'6" need reply. No men, obviously you will not get a response. Let's not waste our time here. I'm waiting. Hello Redditors of the internet, Noble Xenon here and welcome to r/JustNeckbeardThings, part 73. Let's get started. So, who would have thought Gab's Twitter person was a neckbeard? Elon Musk asks, is a new platform needed? Well, I guess not, considering he bought 9% of Twitter. Gab says, it already exists. Gab.com. No sports on Gab. I can't covert until that happens. And the reply? Sports idolatry is why men in this country are so weak and effeminate. Your country is being invaded and destroyed and you're watching sports ball. Sad. Truly sad. This next one wants a, quote, roommate he can control and have as his servant, cross-posted from r/oddly specific. Looking for a female roommate to pay $0 rent. I will not charge you money, but I will be sharing my bed with you as the other room is being used by my parents. They are aware of this arrangement as I've done this before, but it has not worked out for reason I rather not say on here. I will expect hugs at least 5 times a day and cuddles at least 2 times a day for at least 10 minutes each, or else. You will not be dating any other man during this arrangement. You will have no male friends either. You may have female friends and they may visit if they like. Of course, and this individual is probably expecting physical contact with them as well. You will also be required to make me meals 3 times a day. Physical requirements are as stated. Must be shorter than 5'5", weigh no more than 120 pounds, Caucasian or Asian only, Republican, no tattoos, no vegans, no smoking or vaping, Marijuana, what? And you must shave legs and underarms. I'm 44, male, 290 pounds last time I checked, 5'6". Please contact me if you would like this arrangement. I think I'll go with a block, thank you very much, Mr. Marijuana. And now the king of the neckbeard says it's okay that workers are abused. Kotaku says allegations of sexism, bullying, and burnout inside the Microsoft studio behind State of Decay 3. And the quartering replies, call me cold-hearted, but I literally don't care. Nobody is forced to work for these companies. Heck, this is supposedly Biden's booming economy. Go work somewhere else. It's the only real way these companies will change. Either that, or it's all overblown. And one more geek replies, companies treating their employees poorly is a bad thing. Yeah, it is. And the quartering says, right, so quit. Don't whine at Kotaku. They can't save you. Life is short. Have some friggin' agency and take control of your life. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Well, yeah, you can go find another job, but how long is it gonna take? Could take weeks, even months. And it's still pretty messed up that companies are doing this to their employees. And we go to r/true off my chest, literally a faithful gun. For duck's sake, women cheat constantly all the time from what I've read. Your friggin' wife probably cheated on you countless times. Feel bad or not, it doesn't matter. She's doing the same-ish. Who let the neckbeards loose? Seriously, I'm literally just a faithful gun. Think of Peacemaker, hold the peace. I hate everything. Wow, super original, and edgelord as well. Who could have guessed? Oh, you dumb friggin' kid. I don't just hate women, I hate men too. Screw you all. LMAO, when you're out of middle school, you realize how stupid you sound. Trying to be all edgy and hating the world. Honestly, that's no way to live. You'll feel miserable forever. And now we have some oppressed nice guys fighting for justice. When a handsome guy does that, ladies will mostly enjoy it and take it as a compliment, but when us ugly do that, we get sued for harassment with a slap on our face. Where's the justice? Tell me, where is it? On your face. r/JustNeckbeardThings. And now just a reminder that this hot take exists. For me to be excited about Hooters, there would need to be changes. 1. I'm not a huge fan of the Barbie look. Bottle blonde, big boob, scorching tans. 2. I wouldn't be there to look at you, but to talk with you. A place to eat and chat with good conversationalists? Sign me up. so it'd be a place to have conversations and debates with smart and pretty women while eating food. There could be debate nights where wings are free or something, and people are getting owned with facts and logic too. There could be activities rooms where people play a pool or video games. I think I'm thinking of a geisha place. It would also be important to have some specialized setup for the guys who just want to therapeutically vent their woes to women, like specialized problem listener hostesses. This way these guys don't just dump their problems on each and every woman they encounter. Oh, and somehow Hooters would need to be super cheap since us millennials are broke. I think of current Hooters as some weird, exotic, unique luxury experience. Really? Hooters is a luxury experience? Like going to a magician restaurant. But then again, I think of Applebee's as a fancy high-class restaurant too. So for me as a millennial to be excited about Hooters, it would need to be a fundamentally different experience that, instead of relying on a superficial novelty, instead cultivates meaningful human interactions in a world increasingly isolated by convenience and technology. And Kindly Finance 348 says, sounds like he needs a therapist, not a host at a restaurant. And honestly, I've got to agree with this one. Hey, if you're enjoying this, then why not hit that like button? If you want to see more, subscribe and hit that little notification bell, and comment if you have something on your mind. And now we have a neckbeard which dates all the way back to the year 1893. Your letter of the 27th received. Allow me to say in defense that in accusing me of making a show of your letters, you do me a great injustice, and again I answer to the charge, not guilty. You have trifled with me, and may God forgive you, I cannot. I remember the night when you told me your sister had jilted a certain gentleman. I told you then that you might serve me in the same manner, and how lovingly you assured me that such could never be the case with us. Ah, what a fool I was to believe you. This little quote episode which has come into your life, probably in the shape of a little amusement, has caused me great pain. Were I to tell you I wish you joy, it would be putting down in black and white the greatest falsehood ever invented. In my great misery and from the bitterness of heart, I hope you shall experience all the misery and pain that this earth affords. Never again shall I be true to woman as I have been to you. I am a Christian, and am taught to return good for evil, but in this case I cannot. I shall pray for your punishment. May God help me, and may God help you. You may return my letters, and upon receipt of same, I shall mail yours. I hope you shall suffer 100-fold greater the pain you have caused me. Beware how you trifle with the most sacred thing on earth, love. You shall surely receive the punishment due you. You speak of wishing this to end with a grand finale. Friendship. Was there ever anything more laughable? Hatred is more suitable to my mind and a great deal more honest. Goddamn, nice guys existed way back in 1893, so it's certainly not something new. For this next one, can't debate with that logic. Do you think moms get wet when babies suck on nips for milk? Because if they do, then incest is natural, isn't it? What the hell did I just read? Let's just move on, this is ridiculous. My brain is aroused. Looking for wife. I live in Canada. Ah, neckbeards up north I see. We'll bring you and take care of you, if you okay with living on poverty line. I am in process of obtaining university education. Wanna that F hard and parties the same way. I understand, as I am Cookie, that I'm the real deal and will never disrespect perspective in any way. If you're interested, hit me up. By the way, I was charged for taking a knife into a police station. Yeah, so if still interested, meaning there may be more to the story than me just being adventurous, well then, I want to hear from you. Tell me why you want to come to Canada. As my wife, you need to arouse my brain before you arouse anything else. Can you do that? I think the question is less can you do that, and more do you want to, because we all know the answer to that one. For this next one, Asian faces are more babyish. Noted. Why are East European women generally better looking than their West European counterparts? And Anonymous replies, that's because they have more Asiatic genes than their Western counterparts. Asian faces are more feminine, cute, babyish, and they age slower than Westerners. Western European women look more robust, masculine, and hairy. That said, beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. If you love more masculine features, you may actually find Western European women more beautiful. Oh, Quora. And now natural versus unnatural. People over 18 can feel attraction to someone 14. That's nature and very normal. 14-year-olds have been ready to procreate for about 3 to 4 years. It's illegal to do with someone older than them, but natural. What is abnormal and unnatural is people, quote, changing sex. Okay, these neckbeards are out of control. For this next one, we go to Iowa for a legal sword cane. I'm wondering about getting a sword cane for defense, and because they're cool, but because they're concealed weapons, it's against the law. Can I get a permit to carry it outside of my property? Second question, if I slap a sticker on it that says something like sword cane or sharp object, can I legally carry it in public because it's no longer concealed? Well, that depends. Have you been studying the blade? This next one truly has his priorities in check. Cross-posted from r/Reddit moment. Someone on r/True Off My Chest says my husband died and I'm so angry right now. People keep asking me if I'm sad. No, I'm friggin' angry. He was 25 and he died in a low-risk surgery that he underwent for me. He died for no friggin' reason. There is no greater plan and no God isn't watching over me. He died. He's gone and for no friggin' good reason at all. Damn, rest in peace. He passed way too young. Yet for some reason, these Redditors can only think of one thing. So, you're single? Oh, Reddit, why are you like this? For this next one, why? Just why? My boyfriend is turning me off. This post is pretty disgusting, just a warning. I've been staying with my boyfriend at his apartment pretty much every day. We showered together for the first time the other day, and I noticed he didn't wash his backside. I joked with him about this, and he said he doesn't wash it. He says after he gets out of the shower, he takes some toilet tissue and wipes his bum while it's still wet. I can smell it from here, my god. I was kinda grossed out by this and talked to him about it today. I feel bad and might have hurt his feelings. He also does other nasty things, such as leaving his pee and toilet tissue in the toilet without flushing. He lets it pile up until I have to go flush it. One time his toilet seat was so disgusting with pee stains all over it, and I cleaned and disinfected it myself. I might have even offended him by cleaning it because he ended up cleaning the whole bathroom the next day, but I don't know. He also doesn't wash his hands after using the bathroom, he just runs his hands under the water for like 3 seconds. This may be TMI, but he also uses the blanket he sleeps with as a rag after we do it. Oh my lord. He says he doesn't mind sleeping with the blanket. And I think this next one may have been a reply to this last post. Someone says he just wasn't taught right as a kid. Retrain him using sex offering to get your tits out for the whole ABC song while he scrubs his hands. Offering him hand sanitizer and then rubbing it suggestively all across his hands. Take a shower with him and scrub him seductively all over. It will take a while, but once he realizes he ain't getting any unless he is clean to your standards and not just his standards, I'm sure your lessons will ring true. You're suggesting that because this man is too lazy to wash his own hole, his girlfriend should seductively do it for him? Like maybe seductively wipe the crap stains off with a squeegee, that kind of thing? This is a situation requiring all sticks and 0 carrots. Okay, this is too nasty, we've gotta move on. For this next one, F self-improvement. I have needs now. After 30 years of baby steps in self-improvement, will I still get a full 70 plus years of future lifetime? 70 plus years of good life? Of course not. It's less. You don't get that time back, even if you fail. If you spend X years self-improving while living your crappy life, without getting laid, without a relationship, without the things you enjoy and value in life, that's X less years of your life that you can have with those things. It's worth the hard work because in your future, you will actually get a girlfriend at the age of 93, and then you die 2 weeks later. Still, technically, you got a girlfriend in your future. No, that's the definition of failure. I have needs now. The goal is to get my needs met now, not for a few moments 70 years from now if it happens at all. And now we have a real-time villain origin story. I think about you every day still. Never mind, gonna stop, have a good life, G. The way you just ghosted me before I left and now ignored me really effed me up. I've been very untrustworthy of you women since Gab, and he just made it worse. I think you might have pushed me to the point where I'm fully gay now. All women are liars, cheats, and bees. Thanks for proving I was right not to trust women. Thumbs up. Like, what do I get for making women feel safe and comfortable and whatnot? Shit on. So I'm just gonna start using women as toys, lying to them to sleep with them, and I can just discard them like y'all did to me. Good job, you have helped create a sociopath. And a handsome, charming, and talented one, too. Quite a danger. F women. Wow. Just the intense hatred in this one. Unreal. For this next one, dear God help us all. UwU, how to UwU tips and tricks. Learn how to UwU for free. Discord edition. Learn how to UwU kawaii lessons. How to UwU Discord. UwU. What is the point of this ad? And what is the point of learning how to UwU? For this next one, definitely getting some Neckbeard Reddit mod vibes from this on r/confessions. I poop and pee in a bucket beside my bed when I'm too tired to walk to my bathroom, but I have a good reason for it. I think the only valid reason would be if you have a disability that prevents you from being able to walk to the bathroom. But let's see what this individual has to say. My new house I've been renting for the past 6 months only has 2 bathrooms, one downstairs and one upstairs. But the one upstairs, where my room is, it's down the hall and around a little corner. It's hard to explain. In all honesty, it's a weird layout. I've never seen anything like it before. I don't mind it whenever it's daytime, but when I'm in bed at night, it does get a bit tedious to get up and go all the way down the hall to this bathroom, and I'm not gonna go downstairs and use the one down there in the middle of the night. The only time I use it is when I'm actively downstairs, obviously. Anyway, to save time, I decided it wouldn't be that bad to have a large bucket beside my bed to do my business in if I need to pee or poo at night while I'm in bed. I know it might sound gross, it is, but I've kinda stuck to this routine as it is very efficient and time-saving. I'm not pooping in it as much, but when I do, I empty it the next day and clean it out. There have been times where I've left the pee alone in it for a couple days to fill up, which I admit is a bit lazy, but it's only pee and I do always empty it eventually. So yeah, there are nights when I'm sleeping beside it, and it has quite a bit of mess in it, but I just feel like why disturb my sleep and rest, when I can just find a quicker way of doing a hassling task. I don't know why I'm posting this, but I just want to know your guys' feedback and opinions. Really, I'm curious. What is with the nasty post today? Please, just make them stop. I now got this very neckbeardy DM after saying the fertility awareness method has a high failure rate for a reason. Active in r/stop drinking, interesting as F, and politics. Are you upset that a man understands the female reproductive system better than you? Because I can tell you in the time you're watching reality TV and reading shallow magazines, I'm reading about topics that interest me. At the end of the day, to anyone that reads or exchange, it becomes clear who's educated and who isn't. So enjoy your continued existence in your lower class bubble. For this next one, you gotta get some perspective here. Just pay for it. Why let crap like that affect your life? I lost my virginity at 15 to the first girl I knew would say yes. She wasn't my top 100, but I knew I'd be way better off having just gotten it done. There's always time to be selective later or deal with your own self-worth. Either you think you're not good enough for someone to want to F you, or you're too good for the girls that do want to. So just do the deed and then maybe your perspective can be better. What's $700 if it gives you perspective? And now a man seeks a lawyer on a Canadian page to fight his mom to allow him to get a doll. On r/AskACanadian, who do I call to help me with money-based family matters? I want to order love dolls from Forwoods, but mom disapproves for the following. The money in my bank account is for emergency purposes. Due to the inflation crisis costing more funds for bare necessities, the pandemic is still here, and although the Omicron wave settled, it may rise again, and she says if I want 2 dolls, she needs me to get my own house to rent and see if I can support myself financially. She still refuses to help me order from Forwoods as she wants a cheaper brand of love dolls. She claims silicone is silicone, but Forwood silicone is built different. Trust me, it's much different from other love doll silicone, but I keep telling her there's no other brand of love dolls that look like what I'm going after. So if there's any support workers or lawyers in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada that supports this type of situation, please reply ASAP, because my support worker won't support this. I wonder why your support worker wouldn't support buying love dolls from emergency funds. Oh my god, this is just ridiculous. For this next one, of course it's Florida. It's gotta be Neckbeard ready to defeat his foes with his supreme katana skills. If someone breaks into my house with a firearm and I sneak behind him with a katana and decapitate him, would I likely go to jail in Florida? Gonna need some hardcore studying of the blade for that one. Real life is not an anime, you know. And this last one is a long one. Brace yourselves, because apparently Ukrainian refugees are just objects to be used according to these neckbeards. how to use the desperation of Ukrainian war refugees to your advantage, in the highly unlikely event that you, the esteemed reader of the Red Pill Sexual Strategy Forum, have had the opportunity to leave your video game and pleasure bunker. You may have noticed that there has been a sudden change in the media narrative. Our beloved all-knowing science man Anthony Fauci has mysteriously disappeared from television and has been surreptitiously replaced with the very evil bad man Vladimir Putin. Now, as a reader of the Red Pill, you might not know much about taking regular showers or preventing your underwear from turning moist and brown on the inside. However, as a refined video game connoisseur, you do know that emotionally vulnerable, grief-stricken women are a source of quests, and quests are how you obtain rewards and experience points. There are many such women on the television right now, so obviously there are a lot of quests. Therefore, the logical question for any contemporary rational male is how to use the desperation of Ukrainian war refugees to your advantage. Speaking of taking advantage of the Ukrainians, what are the advantages? I'm glad you asked. Unlike the American women who on average weigh 170 pounds at 5'4", Ukrainian women still possess a modicum of self-respect and have not gorged themselves into grotesque proportions like barnyard hogs. Unlike intercourse with American women, the use of a headlamp is not a prerequisite with Ukrainians, as the opening is not hidden beneath a maze of creases, wrinkles, fat flaps, and folds. Consequently, doing the deed is easier, more straightforward, and reasonably hygienic. You can never be too sure with these neckbeards, though. Another stark contrast is that Ukrainian women possess souls. American women power wash away all semblance of personality via hormonal birth control, antidepressants, recreational drugs, and social media. Ukrainian women, on the other hand, live simpler lives, spend their days digging for potatoes and playing the accordion. What? Their bloodstreams have not been colonized by Big Pharma, and they are capable of face-to-face social interaction without turtling up in their smartphone at the slightest inconvenience. This means that Ukrainian women are not grotesque science experiments with soulless hollow eyes and can still be biologically classified as human beings. Doesn't sound like you want to treat them as human beings, but okay. Finally, the most important difference between Ukrainian and American women is that the former are capable of providing you with healthy, viable offspring, while the latter will misappropriate your DNA and birth a transformer whose only life skill is genital self-mutilation and attaching itself to ceiling fans in creative ways. What? Now that you understand the comparative value of Ukrainian females, it is important to understand the driving factors behind the current marketplace deep discount. Here at Red Pill, we pride ourselves on being brilliant, amoral strategists. Hypergamy doesn't care about your feelings, yada yada yada. Well, Uncle Vladimir has given us a belated Christmas present: hot, young, fertile Ukrainian refugees. The last refugee wave was in 2015 when Europe got flooded with brownies. That only benefited obese 50-year-old white spinsters and an unmentionable Middle Eastern country that doesn't get along with its neighbors. At the level of game, Ukrainian women are no different than any other second world woman, which is to say they want to ride a Dino a first world lifestyle. They are shallow, materialistic, and willing to do anyone and anything that will give them the assets necessary to make their girlfriends at home jealous. If you do not manage the relationship properly, you will find yourself in the same financial situation as the men who fell for the mail-order bride scam in the 90s when the Soviet Union collapsed. If you do manage the relationship properly, she'll be on the receiving end of your meat missile while her devoted husband on the receiving end of a caliber cruise missile. And then things just get further out of control from there. I just cannot believe this is actually a post on Reddit. Screwed up and unreal. Anyway, I'd like to thank all of my patrons, especially Nightcrawler, Catalan Cormetti, Spoonie the Rogue, Bacon Cat, Benjamins, and a jury of jubilantly juggling Jerrys. You can join in the link below, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. If you have something interesting to say, don't forget to comment. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell. See you guys next time.